Okay, Boss Dog here from Boss Dog Coin Rings, and today we're going to make a coin ring out of a 1944 Walking Liberty $50. There it is right there. 1944 Walking Liberty $50. I use nothing but the best coins. I go to the coin shop and I get extra fine to uncirculated Walking Liberties. Today I'm going to make a ring, a size 11 coin ring for a customer. So I'm going to punch a hole in it right now. I'm going to use my Harbor Freight 9-hole punch and die set. Real easy to do. I got a card here with a hole in it. I put this in here like that. Slide it in there and punch a hole in it. Now because this is fitting a little bit loose, and I want to make sure I get a tight fit in here so I get that hole centered perfectly in there. I'm just going to take some tissue paper and lay it down in there. I'm going to press this coin down in there real tight. So it's down in there real tight now, and it's not as loose in there. It's going to be exactly centered in there. So I've got it in the card. We're going to stick it in the Harbor Freight 9-hole punch and die set here. I'm going to put a little bit of lube on here. And we're going to punch a hole right through the center of that ring. We're looking for a size 11 ring. So I'm using a 1/2 inch punch for this particular ring. Okay. 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 Punched a hole right through there. Came out right over here. How do you like that? Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna knock that punch out of there. Okay, there it is. And there it is. Punched a hole right through that 1944 Walking Liberty $50. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this edge up a little bit. We want to take some of the burrs out of there. Any little burrs that might be in there that might split, that cause it to split when I start folding it into the shape of a ring. So I'm going to use a deburring tool. I've got a deburring tool here, and I'm going to save all my silver because this is 90% silver, so I'm going to save that silver. So I'm going to use a deburring tool here, and I'm going to deburr around the edges of it, just to round it off, round the edges off. Make sure there's nothing that could split, any irregularities that could split. Smoothing it out a little bit. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Now we're going to take a look here. We're going to take some sandpaper. I'm going to use some, I like to start out with 220 grit sandpaper. Now I'm going to sand the inside of this a little bit just to make sure there's no sharp edges there that could cause it to split or anything like that. Okay, now we're going to start we're going to do an initial fold here. I'm just going to do an initial fold here. I'm going to take the ring, I'm going to put it's going to be the date on the outside, so I'm going to put the date side down. This is a stabilizing die. I use a stabilizing die for my very first fold because it's already preset for $1 on one side and $50 on the other side, so it fits in there just perfectly. So I make sure I get my initial fold is perfect. So we got that in the stabilizing die, and I want to get it as straight as I can in there. and I'll use this small folding cone just to get it started. So we got it in there, date side down, everything looks straight. And we'll do our initial fold here. Okay, here's our initial fold. Okay. That's our initial fold. Now that I've got a little fold in it, I can actually look and see if there's anything in there that might split. And I'll continue to sand a little bit to make sure I get everything out of there. Now I'm going to look. I'm actually going to look in there and see if I see anything that looks like it might split. I don't see anything. We're still gonna take out just a little bit more of that. Sand it down real good here. Okay, now before I continue the folding process here, I'm going to heat this up a little bit. We're going to heat it up. We're going to anneal it, what they call annealing it. So you can work with it a little bit. You can work with it a little bit easier. It softens the ring up. Makes it easier to work with. Now with silver, you have to be careful you don't melt it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a magic marker. I'm going to make a small little magic mark on that ring. Now when I'm heating this ring up, or this coin up, I'm going to pay attention to that magic marker. When I see that magic marker start to disappear, or I see a green flame coming off the end of that coin, that means it's starting to melt, and you don't want to melt it. You just want to heat it up, make it a little bit pliable so you can start folding it. A dull red at the most, a dull red at the most. See the green starting coming off there? So I'm backing my flame up a little bit. I don't want to see that green coming off there. Okay. Now I'm going to go quench it. I quenched it. Okay. Quenching it. Okay. I just quench it now. Whenever you see that green start coming off, that means it's just starting to melt a little bit, not complete. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue the folding process here. It looks good. Fold that right down into the shape of a ring. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to use a folding cone like this here. On silver, I don't like to use metal to metal because it takes away the detail. So I'm going to use just a Delrin folding cone. Fold that right down there. A Delrin folding cone. Once again, I'm going to check to see if there's any cracks starting to form. We do not want any cracks. I mean, when you're doing a quarter and you mess it up, you only lose a quarter. But when you're doing silver, these silver uncirculated, extra fine silver Walking Liberty $50, they cost $15 a piece, so you don't want to split them. You want to take your time. Make sure you get anything that looks like it might be a crack or a split forming and get it out of there. Smooth it out. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see. I take my time with these rings. I want it to look perfect. Okay. Looking good. fold it right on down there. Come over here and use the press a little bit here now. We'll use the press. Fold it right on down there. Okay. Starting to get a little bit wobbly. Try to straighten that out a little bit here. You don't want to get it too wobbly. It's hard to straighten out if you get it too wobbly. So anytime it starts to get wobbly, just straighten it out. Okay, there we go. It's cool. Okay, cool. Check it one more time. Then we're going to finish the folding process, but we're going to fold it. We're going to fold it right up against the cone. We'll press it down until it folds right up against the folding cone, and that'll end the folding process. Okay. I'm going to get it in there straight. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's the folding process. We got, just kick the camera. It's starting to look like a ring now. Starting to look like a ring now. It's in the shape of a ring. It's in the shape of a ring here. Okay, all right. Now that we got it in the shape of a ring, we're gonna take it to the heat one more time, and then we're gonna put it on the stretcher. Put it on the heat a little bit. Then we're gonna put it on the stretcher, and we're gonna start shaping it. We're gonna shape it first, and then we're gonna look for the size. Then we're gonna look for the size 7 or size 11. We're gonna make this a size 11. Right now we want to shape it first on the stretcher. That's what we're gonna do now, shaping it first. I'm watching the flame. I kind of know from experience how far I can go here. Okay, that's just about it right there. Gonna go quench it. Check one more time for any flaws you might see before we take it to the stretcher. Okay, we're looking for a size 11. Right now it's sitting at a size 9.5. What I want to do is I want to take this and put it on the stretcher here, and I want to stretch it until the reeded side folds up right against the stretcher, like that. Well, I want the reeded side to fold up against this stretcher, just like that, right up against it. I don't want there to be a gap, no gap like that. So we're going to put it on the stretcher, and I'm going to put some plastic. I'm going to wrap up some plastic. I use plastic bags, quadruple wrap them, and I'm going to put it over the stretcher so I protect the detail of that ring. I do not want that ring, I don't want to ruin the detail on the inside of that ring. Every time I push the handle forward, I'm going to turn the ring a quarter of a turn. Every time, a quarter of a turn. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the bow out of this ring. I'm going to take the bow out of it. I'm going to try to take that bow. There's a bow. See the bow right there? I'm going to take that bow out of that ring. I'm not doing a very good job of it here. Let's see. Okay. Straighten that ring out a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'm going to set up my Swedish Wrap here in just a minute, and I'll get right back to you, and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay. I went ahead and stretched it. I've got it out to size. I got it out about 3.5 sizes bigger than my target size. Now what we want to do is we're going to put it in a Swedish Wrap because we want to get rid of that bow. See the bow? We want to get rid of that, but we want to make a nice ring out of that. So we're going to put it on a Swedish Wrap, and we're going to get rid of the bow. So in order to do that, there's a lot of pressure when you put these rings in these Swedish Wraps. There's a lot of pressure in there, so you don't want to lose any of this detail, this date, and every Walking Liberty's face, and Liberty, and God We Trust, and everything is going to go on the outside of the ring, and I don't want to lose any of that detail. So in order to do that, you have to wrap it up. So I'm wrapping it up in some Teflon tape. And I use Mega tape. Some people use a Harbor Freight silicone tape. Like this. For my silver, I use Blue Monster tape. It's a thicker tape. You don't have to wrap it 20 or 30 times like you have to wrap it with that Harbor Freight tape. So I'm going to wrap this about 7 or 8 times. And that'll be enough to protect all the detail on that ring as I'm pushing it down the Swedish Wrap. So there we go, like 6 or 7 times, okay? That should be enough right there, okay? That should be enough. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the Swedish Wrap, and we're going to press it down there. And pressing it down is going to straighten the edges out in the walls of that ring. I'm going to use some of these makeup wipes that you get at the store just to protect the reeded side. Okay. I'm going to push it down. Push it down in there. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shape it right now. I'm not worried about the size so much. I want to get the shape. I want to get that bow out of there. That bow has got to go. No bow. Okay. And what happens is, you see the detail starting to come in. Seeing the detail starting to come out here? It's starting to come out through the ring here, but you don't see any of the detail yet. So we're going to continue pressing it down until we start to see that detail come out of the tape. Once we start seeing that detail come out of there, we know what the bow's gone out of the ring. Okay, so we're going to continue pressing this down in there. Okay, we'll put that down in here. I want to be sure I don't press this ring out the bottom of here. A lot of people like what they call birth it. They like to take that ring and press it till it falls out of the bottom, but I don't like doing that because it damages the ring, and I don't want to damage this ring. So I'm just going to press it down there till it almost comes out the bottom. Okay. let's take a look at it. You can see the detail still not coming through the ring. We're at a size, I want a size 11. So I'll probably take this down to about a size, probably, I'll take it down to a size 10, because as you press it down the Swedish Wrap, you build up a little bit of metal right in here that you have to take out with the, you have to take this out with the burring tool so it fits on there. So we're gonna do one more little press in here. Right now we're sitting at a size 12. I'm looking for a size 11. I'm just gonna do this just one more time, just a little bit. Well, let's take a look here and see before we go any further. Let's take a look and see what we got here. That might be enough. The detail didn't start coming through here yet, so let's see if we got, oh yeah, we've gotten rid of a lot of that bow. Okay, good. Okay, so good. What we'll do now is we'll put it in the reducing die, and we'll reduce that ring. We'll see if we can't get it down to a size 11. Put it in the reducer over here. Okay. Okay. It's work hardened a little bit, so I'm going to have to heat it up one more time. Whenever it work hardens, you're going to have to heat it up. Start to look like it's got a nice ring shape to it right now. Careful, you don't want to, at this point, you don't want to ruin it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on your flame. You don't want anything green coming off of that. Nothing green. Nothing green. Heat it up. Keep your eye on that flame. Nothing green. Once you start to see something green, back your flame off of it just a little bit. Now it's starting to turn color. That's good. It's getting hot. Okay, there it goes. Quench it. Ooh, quench. Okay. Oh yeah, it's starting to look really nice here, really nice. Now we're gonna put it in the, try to reduce that a little bit here. Not having too much luck there. Still going to protect that. Still going to try to protect that detail just a little bit here. And we're looking for a size 11, so I'm going to take it down to about a size 10.5. I want a size 10.5. Okay, let's see what that is right now. Perfect, size 10.5. Now, when you're reducing these rings, I've got it reduced on the reeded side. You see that gap right between there? In order to get it even on both sides, you got the gap, you got the reeded side down, you have that gap. You want to turn it over the other side, and you want the same size gap on the other side. So I'm going to turn it over. And I've got just about the same gap on the other side. Not quite. I can push it down just a little bit. So we're gonna put it in here. And we're gonna push it down just a little bit. Get the same size gap. Okay, there we go. Now we have our ring shape. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, now we have a nice ring shape to it. Look at that. We have a nice ring shape to that. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what we're looking for. We don't have a bow in it. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this burring tool and I'm going to take out all that buildup of silver right here, out of here, like this. I'm going to make a nice smooth edge there where it just slides right on your finger. And I'm going to do that off camera. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'll bring it back and show you what I have. Okay, I'm back. I didn't want to waste any of your time off camera here. So all I've done is I've taken the deburring tool and I made a nice, beautiful beveled edge on the inside of the reeded part of that ring so it slides right on your finger, real nice and pretty. It's shaped absolutely gorgeous. It's sized. Exactly size 11. I went ahead and sanded down the cut edge, took all the burrs out of the cut edge, sanded down that beveled part so it's nice and pretty. Now the only thing left to do is finish this ring. Well, the customer wants a shiny ring. I sell these rings antiqued or polished. The antique finish, it gives a darker background where the detail pops, but this particular customer wants a polished ring. A polished ring is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful, but you can't really, it just shines so much, you can't really see the detail, but polish it is, so they want a polished ring, so I'm going to give them a polished ring. So there's a couple ways to do that. I can put it on a polishing wheel. Some ring makers will take this silver because silver really polishes up nice, and they'll put it in a like a tumbler, and they'll tumble it and really make it polish. I like to do all mine hand tool. I hand tool a lot. All my rings are hand tooled, and it just really doesn't take that much to really make this ring shine. You can use polishing liquid on it, which I like to do also. But most of the time, I'll just polish it up with. I get these at the nail salon, where here's one that says Shine Nail, and I'll put that on there, and I'll shine that up real nice. You can also take 4/0 steel wool, a piece of 4/0 steel wool, and go over your ring with that 4/0 steel wool, and that'll really make it shine. I've also taken, you take the 4/0 and go on the inside of the ring, get any fire scale off of it, any fire scale that you, but so then here's what I'm going to do to really make this ring shine for you. It's already looking real nice. It's all polished up, real nice. So I'm going to take a little bit of what they call flex polish for metals. And I'll take a little bit of flex, just a little bit, just a little dab will do you. Remember that commercial? Brill cream, a little dab will do you. And I'm going to rub that on there like that there. And I'm going to take a polishing cloth. Take a polishing cloth. To rub that in really good. Yeah. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. This customer is really going to like this. I like doing the polishing to really make them look really pretty. I really like doing that because they will look absolutely gorgeous when you're done with them. To really top it off, I've got these jewelry wipes that I get, especially on silver. They really make silver look good. Take this polishing cloth, a little polishing wipe like this here. When you get a ring from Boss Dog, you get a real nice ring. I don't give you a 15 or 20 minute ring. I give you a real nice ring, something that you'll be proud of, something you can show off to your friends, something that you'll really like. Silver really looks nice. It's really a spectacular piece of jewelry. This is made out of a coin. This is made out of continental silver coin. And it really looks beautiful. It really looks beautiful when you polish it up. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. I'll also put this ring in my Etsy shop. Yeah, I'll leave a description in the description box below to my Etsy shop. You go there, you'll be able to see this ring in my shop. If you don't see something there you want, go to any one of my listings and message me from any one of my listings. Tell me what you want. Morgan silver dollar, half dollar, quarter, silver, whatever you want. If you don't see it in my shop, and you let me know what you want, and I'll make sure, I'm sure I'll be able to help you out. So let me finish this up right now. I'm going to finish it up right here so you can see what it looks like. And it'll be ready to go. This customer is going to be very happy with this. Like I said, they polish up so nice. And this is an absolutely gorgeous piece of jewelry. I'm going to show you in just a second. Hand tooled, no scratches, dings, burrs. Extra fine to brilliant uncirculated coin to begin with. So you already get an absolutely gorgeous piece of jewelry. And wait till you see what this looks like in just 1 second here. Yeah, okay. This is an absolutely gorgeous piece of jewelry. Okay, here we go. That's it. Basically, this ring's ready to ship out right now. It's ready to go. Let me get a close-up here so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see here. 1944. I don't know if you can see the glare. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous piece of jewelry. Absolutely gorgeous. Shiny. Shiny. Beautiful piece of jewelry. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous piece of jewelry. Something to really be proud to wear. Okay. All right, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and like. I'll make some more videos in the future and show you in detail how to make that ring, but that's absolutely gorgeous ring right there. Anybody would be proud to wear that. And please subscribe and like and hit the notification button for future videos. And this is Boss Dog Coin Rings here today. I hope you like this and have a good day.